Hi Erica, it's Yanni here, just looking at your PR for this week. And not really much to comment, and everything looks pretty much okay. Things that jump out at me a little bit, and it's really two staging notes, and they're not huge, it's just something you might want to keep in mind. Um, Depending on how you feel comfortable with, I think that almost the staging where they're on the side view, your second shot, around frame 150, is you want almost the characters, instead of being completely parallel to screen, you might just want to rotate them around a little bit so that they're actually facing out towards one another. Even you can do this as well if you actually take the camera that you've got in Maya, and you change the focal length so it's shorter. So if you use a 35 or a 25 mil lens and you put it right in the middle of them, you will see a bit more of the side of them without really changing your poses that much. But that being said, it'll change the way that your shot looks quite dramatically as well. So, it's even a case that, you can fake positions between, cuts as well, so it might be that in your front shot you're facing this way, and when you do the cut you just grab the main controller, and even in stepped mode you just go and you rotate him around a little bit. It's just to avoid that if he's looking like this you're missing a lot, rather than him looking like this where he's a bit more of a three-quarter view where he can still be looking at the person who's at the other side of the table, but you see a bit more of his face. You got a little bit of it, but I think you can push it just a little bit further. The thing as well, I think that, when it's on the Trivial Pursuit card, that's a real nice moment. You could almost do a cut on that as well, but it will work the way you've got it as well, keeping the editing nice and simple as well. My other note would be specifically on, I love your third shot, it's great. There actually is a difference between your first shot and your last shot. And as I go here, the camera's ever so slightly different, millimetrically different, but it's different. Keep the same camera that you've got for your first shot, okay? Because its staging's just a little bit clearer. You're cropping out in your last shot the edge of the chair, and the space is also tangenting the side of his head. You actually see the corner of the room kind of like just tangenting, bonk, right about there. This is really difficult to do. There with his head. So really cut back to camera one, get back to that original position. There's nothing wrong with when you're cutting between two characters to cut back to the original camera at all. Go back to camera one at the end. That would be my only note. And the rest of it, is just really blocking out, the poses. I'm pretty sure you're working your way through that, so I won't make any comments unless you make another, PR. And the thing that I'm missing here in your third shot, around frame 259, is you've got two bookcases right now, and they're both straight. So I'm guessing that at one point you're gonna, move them or deform them so they look, broken or whatever. Have a look at there's a lattice modifier in the animation menu that you can take any 3D object if you select it, and it adds a little box on top of it, so you can actually skew and change the shape of it elastically like that. So you can just take those bookshelves that you got in the background and just change them. The other thing that I think you can simplify maybe, because it still works, is in frame 259 when we're on her, we see the bookcase, good reveal, just that we see two bookcases. And I really think that, it'll just work with one as well. It'll keep us very focused on the bookcase, that she's talking about. And, it just makes it much easier for us to understand. There would be other furniture around the apartment, but if it can work without, two, and it just works with one, it's pretty much a good idea to almost, keep it simple, and just keep it, as simple as you can possibly make it. So I think, it's one of those things that one of those bookcases can go and it will still read as clearly, but pretty much that's up to you to decide. So anyway, hope this is useful in a little way, but yeah, if you need any more help, I'm a bit busy this week because I'm actually moving houses on Saturday, but if you send me a private message, and you want me to have a look at some stuff, well, fire away, I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. So have a good week, alright? See you soon, bye.